Welcome back to Success with Steven. My name is Steven Smith. On this channel, we talk about all things financial literacy. And today I'm going to be talking about opening a phone line with T-Mobile, and it's going to be for your business. This line will be EIN only, meaning you do not have to use your social. So if you've just established a brand new business, you can do this within as little time as 30 days. My recommendation is you watch my video on how to structure a business. That is the only way that you will be able to get qualified in order to do this. You'll also be able to get device financing. So you'll be able to pay for a new device with your brand new business account. The only thing you have to keep in mind is the business must be structured. What I mean by that is you need to have a business address that's not your personal address. You need to also have net 30s that are reporting, and you need to have a business credit report with Equifax Business, with Dun & Bradstreet, a Paydex score, and you also need to have an Experian business score. Now, again, I have a full-length video with all the details about how to do that. I just released a compilation video that shows you how to get business credit. You'll want to watch either one of those, and again, I'll link it here so you can take a look at that after you watch this one. I also have a video on how to do this with Verizon Wireless. That works out really great. I've gotten good feedback from that. It's not watched as much, but if you wanted to do the same process with Verizon, then you can. I have an account with AT&T right now, so I will probably show you that one. I've also gotten an account with T-Mobile. I'm not using that one anymore. I tried all three already. I did Verizon, I did AT&T, I did T-Mobile. I have Verizon as my personal. I did have a business line with them, but my latest one, I got it with AT&T, and that seems to be where I'm quite comfortable with because they have a couple of good international plans that weren't offered by Verizon, and then I still have Verizon as my personal carrier, and T-Mobile was also amazing, but for the price that I was paying, it was going to be pretty much the exact same without getting the other thing that I needed. So I will probably end up switching back, or if I do another business, I will probably get this one as a carrier so that I have all three lines. Either way, each one of them has their own benefit. But the most important thing for you is if you have a business and you're looking to get a utility bill, this is a very easy way for you to get one. If you currently have a business phone or even your personal phone, this will be a way for you to get your phone out of your personal and into your business. If you're using your phone line for business purposes, you can then use it as a tax write-off as well to save some money. And if you're having any issues with qualifying as far as credit goes, this is an easy way to fix that, where you can put everything into your business with your EIN, and then you can get the devices that you need in order to be able to communicate and handle business the way that you need to. So with that being said, I'm going to go over a couple things here. If you're looking for 10 lines, then you might want to contact the business enterprise team for T-Mobile. Today, we're not going to be looking at that. I'm just looking at just doing one line, and I'm just going to give you some information here. And again, I've done this process a few months ago, so it's fairly easy. Hopefully, I can repeat the exact same steps without any issue. But the plans that they have are the Business Unlimited Edge, the Business Unlimited Ultimate, the Unlimited Advanced, and then the Unlimited Select. So one thing you'll want to take into account whenever you're looking at any website as far as phones go, you'll want to always take a look at the pricing that you see before you actually see the lines. You'll normally see that the lines are going to be higher and the pricing is going to be lower here because it will give you the impression that the plans are lower than what they are. So you'll want to go here and change it to one line. As we can see, once we change it to one line, the price has changed very drastically. So if you want an unlimited premium data plan right now, the Business Unlimited Edge will have that for you. They're going to have 200 gigabytes of high-speed data. Depending on how much data that you're going to be using, this might be the one for you. On the end here, because I'm just going to go through the highest and then this plan here, it's $60 with 50 gigabytes of premium data with an unlimited hotspot with up to 5 gigabytes of high-speed data. So that's going to pretty much determine exactly what you're looking for. If you're going to be using 200 gigabytes of high-speed data on your hotspot, then you may want to go with the Unlimited Edge. But if the 5 gigabytes is good for you, then you can also go with the Unlimited Select. There are some more things in between there, but again, If you're just using this for business purposes, then it may or may not matter. And the reason why I'm not going to harp too much on this is because I know that it's going to change. I mean, this, after a year, whatever I'm saying now will probably be irrelevant. So no point in even wasting time talking about something that I know in the long term is not going to be around. Let's just go with the Business Unlimited Edge plan for this demonstration, and we'll go to shop now. Once you choose your plan, it's going to ask you, how many lines does your business need? Now, you get an auto pay discount that's usually the same across this entire industry. But again, we're not going to harp on that too much. But when you're looking at this, it's including that in the pricing. That's just something that to be aware of. And then you want to choose a device once you choose the amount of lines that you have. Now, this is my personal recommendation as someone who has been in this industry. I think that you should just select one phone line. Select one phone line, and I would select whatever the most premium plan is. And then when you go to choose your device, I would either go to bring your own device first or see what I qualify for. And I'm going to tell you why. If you try to get too much at one time, it will trigger something that might get your account reviewed or your application reviewed. I think that, one, if you're a business owner and you're trying to save money, the best thing for you to do is to use your own device in the beginning. You can still qualify for financing a device, but if you're just trying to actually use this phone for just business purposes and then the tax write-off and also have the utility bill, bring your own phone. Most carriers now, or for most devices, they all have something called a dual SIM card. So most devices have the capability of having two numbers because they have more than one IMEI. The IMEI is like basically like the social of your device, and you can have two with each phone. So if you have one phone right now, more than likely you have the option of doing that, especially if you have an iPhone. I recommend, if you just want to save money and have things cost effective, just put your second number on your current device. Now, again, if you don't want to, then that's okay. You don't have to do that. That was just what I was going to suggest. At the time of recording, again, things change. I would also ask if they have any promotions for bringing your own phone. A lot of times they actually do. So check the promotions out at the time that you're watching this video. But I'm just going to go to see what I qualify for. And it's going to show you this option right here. How many lines does your business need? Again, I suggest that you choose I need 12 lines or fewer. If you want to add more, then do that at a later time. If you really do have a large business and you just want to actually do this, then you may want to even go in store. But I'm just going to choose I need 12 or fewer lines. Now, here's the option that you get. You can decide whether or not you want to start using your social or you can use your tax ID. I would suggest using your tax ID because that's probably the reason why you're watching this video. You don't want to use your social, you want to do everything with your EIN. So let's just go with use a tax ID EIN, and then we're going to click on next. I have to use real information here if I want to get the real result. So I'm not going to be able to just add anything. So my information actually had already populated because a few months ago I already had Tmobile. So hopefully that won't get in the way of our demonstration. They already have my information here, and I'm going to have to block it out, but it's going to ask for your business name, your tax ID, your address, your city, your state, your zip code, your business phone number, and it's also going to ask for your email address. It's going to ask how many number of employees that you have, the number of lines that you are requesting. So again, I already have this information here. I'm just going to fill out one thing and then I'm going to move on to the next step. You can take this time to add in all of your business information. The next section is going to ask for your primary contact information. And like I said, because I did this before, it already populated my information. So it's right here. I'm going to have to block it out. But it's going to just ask for your first name, your last name. If your business address is the same as your personal address, then you can just select that it's the same. For me, it's not. And if you've watched my videos to structure your business, then you probably have a business address and you have a personal, your residential. You want to separate that. So that's what we have done here, or that's what, the expectation is that you have already done. It's then going to ask for your driver's license and then your ID number. You're going to select the I authorize T-Mobile to use the information I provided to obtain my credit history from credit reporting agencies, which may affect my credit score. Now, when you select that option, it's not going to affect you personally. Remember, we're only using our EIN. You should not have entered your social into this section, EIN only. And then you're going to create a PIN number. When you enter the PIN, it's going to be, I believe, 6 characters at the very least. Now, you'll get one last chance to review all of your information. It's going to have your business information. Double check the business name, the tax ID. Make sure it's the same information that's on the Secretary of State, okay? You'll want to check your business phone number, which, again, you should have already gotten. I have, again, my structured business video. You can get a Google Voice number, and then that's going to be your business number. You would have put this on the Secretary of State online, everywhere else, maybe the 411 directory. You can transfer that number from Google Voice over to this account. So you should have a business number, you should have a business email, and then the number of employees, the number of lines that you're looking for, and then all of your personal information, which will just be your first name, last name, your email, your phone number, your driver's license, and then the state for your driver's license when it expires, and your date of birth. Once you've double checked all this information is correct, you will hit submit. And then they're going to run the check. And for me, unfortunately, it says it looks like you are already a customer. We already have an account with this information. Please log in to continue your journey. Because I already did this and I already had an account, let's do a little improvising for this video. Let's actually log in. And then when I log into my business account, or the old one, I should actually be able to go through the process of adding another line, and I'll show you what that looks like. All right, so this is the T-Mobile billing account dashboard. They have my business name here, just big, and everything's on here. There's no bills left or overview because I ported my number in and then ported it to AT&T because I liked what they had going on a little bit more at the time. Again, I can flip flop and change this. It's kind of cool that they still have my ID information. So let's go to shop and we'll try to pick up where we left off. Because as long as your business was structured, you should have been approved for up to 10 lines with no type of check or anything like that. And then we'll go through the process of what that should look like. All right, so if we were approved like before, it would have let us know what we qualified for, and then we'll be able to look at something like this. So I just looked at the first phone that was on the shop section, Apple iPhone 15 Pro Max, starting at $50. If you cancel wireless service, remaining balance on device becomes due, 0% APR for well-qualified buyers. So well-qualified buyers means that you had the credit capability in order to actually get this phone line. And again, I had a business with EIN only. I did not use my social when I started this account. So we're going to make sure that I have the credit to qualify based off of just what's on my business. All right, so here's the breakdown. We have our device added to the cart. It's going to be added with an eSIM. We have the price of our device if we're financing it for 24 months with our Business Edge plan, and no additional features or anything here for our total monthly cost of $145. I'm not going to process this order because I don't want to order this at all, but but that just gives you an idea of how this process works. And again, it's going to be subject to the credit check. My recommendation is to bring your own device first and then get your device later. But if your business is structured, you should have no issues doing this within the first 30 days. And you'll know that it's structured because when you go to things like Nav or when you go to Experian Business, you should be able to look your business up. You should see it there, and you should be able to generate an Experian Business score, an Equifax Business score, and your Paydex score. Those 3 are generated, then you're structured properly. Make sure all the information is the same across, all of the agencies that report this information, and you should be good to go. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you want to see the one on AT&T, I already have the account created, so I'll have to do something similar to this. And if you have a business account that's existing and you did something like this with T-Mobile before, you want to contact them, they'll be able to remove the existing profile, get that reset for you, and help you over the phone. But for this, I wanted to at least be able to demonstrate how that process went for me and how it should go for you. This was a brand new business. It was less than I would say at 45 days old. All I did was make sure from day one to structure it properly, and you can get a phone line essentially with any of the three major carriers with no credit check, nothing like that. You don't have to do anything with your personal information. This will all be simply with business credit. So again, if you want more information on AT&T, I have the Verizon one. I'm going to link that at the end so you can watch that if you're interested in getting a line with Verizon. And if you want the one for AT&T, let me know in the comments. I'd be more than happy to make that for you. And you guys have a wonderful day.